Matt's on, talking about a story he wrote. How you doing, Matt?
I'm fine, Cam. How are you?
Excellent. Glad you could be with us this evening, and I'm also glad that you're not personally a Dylan fan.
No, he can't sing, and I can't carry a tune in a bucket, so not a fan.
Okay. Now, we don't. I don't believe that there are any summer jobs from the Obama administration for teen troubadours out there, but you've got a story, $3.7 million, which admittedly is a small, insignificant amount of money to the federal government, going to provide literally dozens of jobs around the country for teens this summer, right, Matt?
Right. So the 3.7 is a combination of 1.4 in Fish and Wildlife Service, Forest Service funds, and another 2.3 in funds raised through the National Fish and Wildlife Federation. So a private kind of environmentalist group, I guess, is helping to raise those funds, and then they're taking the lead on where these projects go. The only requirement really is that the project has to benefit federal environmental land usage goals. So if you read the story, it's things like counting shorebirds and planting willow trees and things like that.
Willow trees. Oh, that sounds lovely, actually. What a great way to spend the summer. Now, I know that one of these programs you say will use $150,000 to employ a dozen Native American youth to conduct fish survey monitoring. We are assured, Matt, these Native Americans will be more than 132nd Native American in order to qualify for the job?
Yes.
Okay.
I would assume that they have to be more than 132nd Native American in order to qualify. But that's not spelled out in the grant. So maybe if Miss Warren loses her Senate race, she can have a job for the summer.
Well, there you go. Now, again, this is President Obama's summer jobs program. Clearly, the president wants to show that he's working hard for America's youth, Matt. And we talked on the program earlier this week. 16% of American teenagers have jobs right now. That's the lowest in recorded American history. 500 jobs is not going to help the overall numbers that much. Clearly, this is a great deal of window dressing. Will you expect more from the administration? More of these kind of, high visibility, a low number of jobs created programs?
I think you will, and I think you'll see more of these type of, make work jobs that, excuse me, that we saw a lot of. Back during the Great Depression. I mean, we're building trails, we're cutting trees, we're mowing grass, we're doing things that, while it might put some money in some people's pockets, and again, in some of these summer jobs, there's no indication that they're actually paid positions. Some of them say paid, some of them don't. And so USDA was not exactly forthcoming when I emailed and asked, are these all paid? Because some of them are internships, and as we all know, not every intern gets paid. So it's not really sure whether these are paid jobs or not, but I think we'll see a lot of this kind of make work type of stuff where we're doing things that might put a few dollars in somebody's pocket, but are not really economically significant.
So like the nearly $250,000 to hire 8 interns between the ages of 18 and 25 to engage in field research, training, and data collection of shorebirds. The money is going to be spent to hire these interns, but not necessarily to pay these interns.
Well, yeah, and if you go back and there's a link in the story to a full document that shows all the different projects, so some of them are spending $120,000 to hire 40 people, which when you do the math doesn't come out to a lot of money. It's like $2,500 a job, which that's assuming that all the money for the grant goes into paying the interns. It doesn't go into overhead or any other type of cost. So, the amount of money spent per people hired is relatively small, and so it raises the question of, well, wait a minute, are these people actually? Because you got to pay them minimum wage at least. That's federal law,
right?
So okay, if we're paying them, $7.75 an hour or whatever it is. I guess they're going to work for half a day and go home at that rate. So it just kind of begs the question, well, wait a minute, if we're only spending $2,000 or $2,500 or $3,000 a job and we're hiring 40 people, how much are these kids getting paid if they're getting paid anything? And that's not clear from all the grant announcements.
That's fascinating. I would love to know how much of this money is actually staying in D.C. Within the bureaucracy, as opposed to actually doing what the administration says it's going to do.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't sound like it's going to be easy to get that answer.
No, I would expect not.
Interesting. Well, listen, I really appreciate you coming on the program, Matt. Great talking to you tonight, and hopefully we can do it again soon.
Hey, thank you, Cam.